ICAI sum number 1, December 2021. Book value of capital structure of B Limited is as follows. 12% 6,000 debentures of rupees 100 each, 6 lakhs. Retain earning 4 lakh 50,000. 4,500 equity shares of rupees 100 each, 4 lakh 50,000. Total capital employed is 15 lakhs. Currently, the market value of debenture is 110. So, debentures are traded in the market. Face value is 100, but the market value is 110. In equity shares is rupees 180 per share. The expected rate of return to equity shareholders is 24%. Company is paying tax at 30%. Calculate weighted average cost of capital on the basis of market value weight. This question was asked for 5 marks. Only market value weights answer is required. I am solving for the purpose of understanding first by book value weights and then by market value weights, and then I'll give you my reservations about the answers which are given in suggested. Let us first find out by book value weights, which is not required in examination because they have specifically told to find out by market value weights. See, whenever we are doing the question by book value weights, normally cost should also be considered at book value weights. So, for debentures, what is the interest rate for debentures? 12%. This will be pre-tax. What will be post-tax? Into 1 minus t. What is 1 minus, what is tax rate? 30%. What will be post-tax is 8.4%. This is nothing but cost of debt. Let us go to equity. What will be equity is nothing but whatever is given. Expected rate of return of equity shareholders is 24%. And cost of reserves. In absence of information, cost of reserve is equal to cost of equity. We can also find out cost of reserves by cost of equity into 1 minus personal tax rate into 1 minus brokerage, and we get cost of equity. But personal tax rate and brokerage assumed as nil, cost of reserve will be cost of equity. We will put it in our chart of sigma IW divided by sigma W, where I will be this and weight will be book value instead of market value. Sir, in question market value is asked. This answer I am just doing it for information, for learning. If both the methods are asked, how you will solve it. Book value, let me put it in my Excel sheet so that I can directly get the answer without calculating. Of course, in examination, you'll have to calculate it on your own. Equity cost is 24%. There are no preference. I can write down 24 over here. Reserves. Reserves cost is 24%. There are no preferences. And debt cost is 8.4%. Weight I will be directly taking it from balance sheet, which is my book value. Debt is 6 lakhs. Retain earning or reserves is 4 lakh 50,000. And equity is also 4 lakh 50,000. sigma IW divided by sigma W. Automatically I'll be getting it. You'll have to find it out on your own. But this is cost is I, weight is W. You just need to calculate in your calculator sigma IW divided by sigma W, which is nothing but 17.75 percentage. Book value, I am getting sigma IW divided by sigma W, which is 17.75. Please understand this we should follow if we are following book value method. Let us find out what is asked in examination. What is asked in examination is by market value weights. Here I will have to re-find out my cost of debentures by I into 1 minus T upon borrowing into 100. What is interest rate on 100 rupees? The face value is 100. Interest rate is 12%. So 100 into 12% will be nothing but 12 rupees. Into 1 minus T is 0.70. Upon what will be borrowings if I am issuing the shares today? The market value, which is not 100, which is 110. This will be 8.4 divided by 110. It is 7.63. Which is KD. Let me find out KE. What will be E1? It is not given. But required rate of return of equity shareholder is given, which is 24%. Let us assume that a required rate of return is on face value. So what is the face value of the equity share is rupees 100? Multiplied by 24% is actual earnings of the company, and the equity shareholders requires earning and not dividend. So we are following earnings approach. We are assuming that this 24% is on face value, and we are getting answer earnings is equal to 100 into 24%, which is rupees 20. And we are finding out KE by E1 upon P0 multiplied by 100. E1 is 24. P0, what is the price of equity share as on today? It is 180 per share. My KE will be 24 divided by 180, which is 13.33%. What I'll be taking as I? Equity and debt. Equity is 13.33% and debt is 7.63%. Weight I will be taking as a market value. I will explain you why I have not taken reserve, but let me first find out the answers. Equity is 13.33. Reserves I am taking 0, preference is 0. Debt 7.63. Market value I'll have to find out. Equity shares are 4,500 equity shares. 4,500 equity shares of rupees 180 each. So 4,500 into 180 will be 8,10,000. And debentures are 6,000 of 110 each, which will be 6,60,000. This will be market value of debt and equity. So market value of equity is 8,10,000. Reserves I am taking 0. Preference also 0. And market value of debt is 6,66,000. I will be getting my answer of sigma IW divided by sigma W, which is 13.32%. The question is, sir, why I am not taking market value of reserves? Please try to understand. This market value of equity, reserves belongs to equity shareholders. So market value of equity discounts the portion of reserves and surplus. So 8,10,000 is not market value of only equity share capital. It is market value of equity plus reserves. When it is book value, you will have to do it separately. But market value is determined by demand and supply by equity shareholders. Equity shareholders will discount reserves and surplus of the company and then decide the market value. Higher the reserves and surplus, more will be the market value normally, because the company is having more reserves or profits for the future. This is why we do not take reserves and surplus. What is our answer? 13.32%. Sigma IW divided by sigma W is 13.32%. This one answer will match with suggested, and please try to understand my reservations against this answer, particularly this point. Even if the suggested has done the same thing, I think this is incorrect. It is not a different assumption. This is incorrect. 24%, see if the language used. Expected rate of return to equity shareholders is 22%. Expected rate of return to equity shareholders is 24%. What does this mean? Equity shareholders requires a 24% rate of return. It is never required on face value. Recently only I told you that retained earnings will be discounted. See, equity shareholders will not expect only on this money. They will expect on this money. Sorry, first is debentures, right? So they will not expect only on this money. They will expect on totally 9 lakhs rupees. Reserves and surplus belongs to equity shareholders. So the expected rate of return is on face value is not an incorrect assumption. It is incorrect. So expected rate of return KE should be directly taken as 24%, whether you are calculating it by book value, whether you are calculating it by market value. So I feel this answer should not be taken. Then sir, what should be taken? Instead of this 33.33, we should have taken 24%, which is directly given in the question, which is required rate of return of equity shareholders. That is nothing but KE. But I have solved this 13.33% just because I feel it is matching with suggested, and student gets more comfortable when the answers they are getting is also written in suggested. But I feel this should be 24% instead of 13.33%. Other things are absolutely correct, and we can get easily 5 marks. Now, if you write down 24% over here, you will be getting full marks or not. I feel you should be getting 5 out of 5 marks.